सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Good morning, everybody. Do you guys hear the rain? It is pouring. Listen to that. I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, I am in Berlin, my friends, with lots of challenges. So many. So no walk today, at least not in Bavaria, in my favorite spot in the woods by the river. I am leaning out of the window of my daughter's apartment in the pouring rain, also in a nice neighborhood, but a little different this time. A little update. So, I will be giving, and I'm going to announce this immediately, my amazing powerhouse assistant and liaison, Miss Dominica, has instructed me to always tell everybody what's going on. So there will be a step 1, 2, 3 workshop on donation basis, July 26th and 7th. Oh my God, don't kill me if that's wrong. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. So either that's 26th, 27th, or the 27th, 28th. But I think it's the 26th, 27th. Please join us. You will be, when you join this workshop, you will have worked steps 1, 2, and 3. Formally work steps 1, 2, and 3. You will get worksheets. You will get to know the steps through a Bhakti lens, through a 12-step lens, through a Bhakti lens, through a 12-step lens. And you can say to yourself, to God, and another human being that I've worked the first 3 steps. And the reason why it's a donation base is because we need financial support to keep our meetings going. So all that money is going right back. All that money, well, the money that you have contributed to your recovery, you're also contributing to other people's recovery. It's so important. It really, really is so important. We can only keep what we have by giving it away. So I would say the last 2.5 weeks, it has been crazy for me, especially with trying to the best of my ability to stay connected. Kind of been very challenging as far as having to take care of family and going, doing the service in Italy at the what's as the Wisdom of the Sages retreat, which was very challenging. We were in a very small space with 3 generations of family, which can definitely bring up lots of stuff for everybody. And we did that for 12 days, actually, because the car ride was a day and the car ride back was a day. And now, and then I dropped off my husband and my son in Munich and drove directly to up north to Berlin, and here I am. It's been 2 days since I've been here, and lots of challenges have shown themselves to me, and I will rise to those challenges. And the only way that I can rise to those challenges is through a 12-step program and through trusting Krishna. Now, I'm saying this because I need to hear this. When I got this apartment, it was, fully furnished. I looked at it. It wasn't fully furnished it was just people were still living in there when I saw the apartment. And now that the apartment is empty, I see all of the things that need to be done in the apartment. On top of it, it was filthy, filthy dirty when I got there. I don't think they've ever cleaned. I literally gagged when I had to go into the bathroom, and then I gagged in the kitchen. So I've got a very easy gag reflex. So renovation was not in my planning. Cleaning was not in my planning. And all of those things need to be done now, which kind of sets me back. However, I listened to a Radhana Swami lecture. I wish I could put it in the show notes, but I just don't. I don't remember which one it was. But he spoke, especially on the topic of how a devotee reacts to things that aren't in their own plan, how they react to curveballs, and I really, really needed to hear it. He said, a devotee doesn't say, well, why does this, this shouldn't be happening to me. I'm not a bad guy, or I'm not a bad, whatever. They say, oh, how fortunate it is that I get to burn off this karma. The thing is, and I was thinking about this, swaying my way or completely Krishna's way, and sometimes it's really helpful for me just to say it just is what it is. Whether it's my karma, whether it's Krishna's mercy, I don't want to, I don't want to have to spend too much time thinking about what that is. I just would like to be able to approach it in a serene way with a serenity prayer and with full knowledge of accepting things how they are. Krishna, give me the serenity. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. No, I cannot change the state of my apartment, but I can get help and I can do certain things. I wrote the landlords, and the landlords will have said, yeah, hire someone to come and clean, and they're going to take the money that it costs away from this, the security down payment from the previous renters. So, yeah, it did cause me a lot of extra anxiety and all of that stuff. But if I focus on exactly that, what Radha Swami says, what I've learned in the program, just being able to open the doors and say, okay, this is just what it is right now, whether it's my karma or whether it's Krishna's mercy, whatever, I would like to be able to approach this in a very serene way. And the only way that I can approach anything in a serene way, I said, if my programs are, if I'm working my program, and if I'm deeply seeking conscious contact with Krishna. And I admit that I hadn't been, because I was in some serious anxiety the last few days. And it's scary, guys. It's scary. It's scary moving house after 25 years from this beautiful, nature-filled place where I lived to a city. It's not like inner city, like Kreuzberg or like Lower East Side or something like that. It's a bit, it's quieter, not a lot of hipsters, but it's, it's nice. It's a nice neighborhood. It's quiet. So yeah, all of it All of it. Change. Addicts don't like change. Change is scary. Or it's something that we use to run away from things. And I have to say, feeling these feelings, it's actually new for me because it means that I'm in touch with what's going on. And it gives me the opportunity to say, okay, here's something that I can work my program with. So I actually have decided to go to an English-speaking AA meeting in Berlin this evening at 7:30, which I'm super psyched about, and try and get some good fellowship, some good association, get my head right, get my head in the game. And hit up a Bhakti recovery group meeting. And just do what's right in front of me and do the next best thing. And pray a lot. I got to make that conscious contact. If I'm not in conscious contact, I'm alone. It's like, I feel like sometimes we recovering people, often when we cut out God, we're just like toddlers lost in the woods. I don't want to be a toddler lost in the woods. I want my mommy. I want my daddy. I want Krishna. I want God. And that's what I'm going to do. Actually, right after this, when I put this microphone down, I'm going to sit in quiet for a minute. I'm going to chant one round, and I'm going to ask God to guide me through this day, so that I can approach it and at least I can approach it with the wish of being serene. Let's see what happens. So this is going to be a real shorty. I think it's only like 12 or 13 or 14 minutes, something like that. And but I've said what I needed to say, and I'm hoping that someone really was able to listen and get something from it. Excuse me. What I didn't mention is that these first 3 steps, I forgot, I just went on to something else. It's going to be seasonal. It's going to be the first 3 steps. And then the fall's going to come. And then in the fall, in the autumn, we're going to do the next 3. We're going to do 4, 5, and 6. And then in the winter, we're going to do 7, 8, and 9. And then in the spring, we're going to do 10, 11, and 12. So each season, the Bhakti Recovery Group is going to offer step workshops each season so that at the end of 1 year, y'all are going to be able to have worked all 12 steps with worksheets, all kinds of stuff. I'm going to invite people to speak on the steps as well. So it's going to be amazing. And I'm really hoping every single one of you will show up. And even if you're not in a 12-step program and you're listening to this and you want to get to know what the 12 steps are all about, because I'm going to tell you, this whole world would be an amazing place if everybody was working a 12-step program. You don't have to be an addict. You don't have to be any of these things to understand that the 12 steps is a deeply spiritual, transformational program. Join us. Go to our website under events and click that button and sign up. It's really easy. Click the button and sign up. It will be transformational. I love you guys. Haribo, and have a great day. I'll keep you guys posted on what's going on the antics of me moving. All right. Haribo. Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.